Hey, how are you? Good afternoon. So, I am going to be making the best ever yogurt. So, I've been making my own yogurt for a really long time, but I've got very slack over the last couple of months. So, I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to show you how to do it in your TM7. You can still do this in the TM6 as well, because you can adjust how long you cook it or ferment it for. In the TM5 you can only do an 8-hour ferment. That's letting me know that my milk has warmed up. So let's crack on. It's easy. 3 ingredients. You need some milk powder and a yogurt starter. My yogurt starter today is actually some pot set yogurt, just natural, no sugar, nothing. Okay, there are recipes on the cookie dough that you can add sugar and other stuff to. I personally just like mine really plain. So we're going to flick the screen around and we're going to come, so you can tell, it shows you that the temperature's at 37. So I have this written in my own recipes, so created recipes. And there it is there, best yogurt ever. And it's got the ingredients. It's just UHT milk, which I've got 2 litres in there, warmed up to 37 degrees. If it's winter, I sometimes warm it to 40 degrees, but it's very warm in here in Brisbane. And this bowl is insulated, so it should be even better. Okay, so we've got milk powder, so it's easy. 222, very easy, no sugar. Add the milk powder. So let's go start. Next, I'm going to put my scale on and I'm going to put 200 grams of, now I'm near a window, you can see the breeze is adjusting the temperature a wee bit, so that won't matter. Oops. So I need 200 grams of plain yogurt. You can use vanilla if you wish, or add your own vanilla. So I just, as I say, like mine super plain. So 200, just a wee bit over, that's okay, of yogurt. Then I'm going to tear my scales and I'm going to add 200 grams of milk powder. Now today I'm using an organic long life milk from Aldi. It's the only place I've been able to find organic. I can't find organic milk powder. If you find it, I'd love to know where it is. Okay, so I used to buy a grass-fed milk powder, but now I can't find that either. So it's just the plain milk powder. So we need 200 grams there. Now tomorrow, once this is fermented, and I'll talk to you about how long I ferment for and why. Okay, 200, perfect. The reason I use 200 grams is it gives a much thicker yogurt. If you want a runnier yogurt, you could do half the amount. You can also do half the amount of the milk. So you could just do 1 carton instead of 2. Okay, so cross out of there. Then all I need to do is, I'm coming into manual mode just to quickly blend all those ingredients together. So I'm just going to do that on speed 4. No time. I just count up for 5 seconds just to make sure that all those ingredients are mixed through. 6 seconds. Okay, then we're going to come out of there and come back down to fermentation mode. The most important thing to remember is changing your temperature. I'm going to come to 37 because, as I say, it's very warm and this bowl is insulated. I'm going to do 12 hours and start. Okay, now that lid is not locked, so I can open and close and look in. Now, with this, it is a pot set yogurt, so I recommend don't disturb it. put a note up there, do not turn the power off. Okay, so the other brilliant thing with this, I'm just going to grab my iPad because I don't know if you know this about the TM7, but it sends me notifications to my phone. So up the top here, it tells me I've got 11 minutes 59. So here on my iPad, so it comes up here on my iPad. Actually, I'll just flick the screen around so that it's not back to front. Here on my iPad, it comes up with the progress. So it's saying it's already at 37 degrees and it's going to stay at that. The blades do not turn. It is a pot set yogurt, okay? So in my recipes, it's all the way down the bottom here because it's one of the first recipes I developed. It's this one here. If you would like this recipe, please let me know and I will share it with you. It's so simple. You really only need a TM6 or a TM7, but that's as easy as it is. So what happens? What's the time now? It's 2:45, so in about 4 or 5 hours, I will flick that back up to 12 and then I can do a 17 or an 18-hour ferment. Why ferment longer? Because it actually takes more milk protein. The more your yogurt is fermented, then you've taken a lot more milk protein. So it's actually better for your belly. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow to pour this out. So keep an eye out. Early tomorrow morning, I'll come back live and show you the finished results. Okay, so if you were watching a little bit earlier, I talked about people graduating to the TM7. I have a couple of TM6s for sale, and I've also got some bowl blade lids, brand new, still in the packaging. So 2 bowl blades, and I also have a TM31 bowl blade. So if you know anyone that still has an old TM31 and doesn't want to graduate but would like a second bowl, I'm your lady. Anyway, remember #replay, and I'll see you all on the flip side tomorrow morning. Okay, see ya.